Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different from what I normally do. I wish I was working on my usual wagon, my 335i wagon, but I will not be working on that today because right now I'm in my daily. It's a 2011 Volkswagen, it's a Jetta Sportwagen TDI, so it's a diesel. And probably about a month ago, I got like a check engine light and then a flashing glow plug light, and now a couple weeks ago I got a light for the DPF, for the diesel particulate filter. So the plates actually expire this month and I need a daily that works and is registered. So I'll be attempting to fix those lights today. I bought one of them, is apparently a really common problem. It's the P2015 code for Volkswagens, for Volkswagen diesel engines. And it's pretty much, there's this little kind of valve that stops that, I don't even know how to explain it, that allows the engine to shut down properly without a lot of excess vibration. And from what I think, it's probably stuck open. I think my EGR valve is also stuck open, which is why I think my DPF light is coming on. So today I'm going to be pulling off a bunch of stuff off the engine, cleaning it out as much as I can, because I think there's going to be a lot of carbon deposits. It's at 95,000 miles, and I don't think whoever had it before me bothered to clean anything like that. So I will be doing all of that today, pulling everything off, hopefully cleaning it out, and when I put it back together, I'm going to be clearing the codes, and hopefully it's all good. Hopefully it'll be working perfectly, but I don't know, we'll see. So stay tuned, stick with me. Might be a little bit of a journey.
Blinded by the ones I lost, connecting lines of which we crossed, dropped off the scene that side, wishing to have one more fight left in me.
I'll show you guys what exactly I'll be changing. So it's first I have to pop off the engine cover, which is, it's just on some clips. So if you pull in the four corners, it should come off. There's one right there, right there, right there, and that one's broken on mine, but the bulb is right there, so it just comes off, it pops off. Pretty much what's been going on, well, according to the internet and according to the codes, is it's kind of hard to see, but right here, this little thing is a valve that sits on the side of the intake manifold, and it opens and closes this little valve, which is operated by that little switch right there. And pretty much is, eventually over time, that switch wears out. It wears out, and so it moves too much, and that's what gives you the engine code. Sometimes it gets stuck open, and the way to fix that is you can either buy a whole new valve assembly, which is like $100-something, or the genius is over at Diesel Geek. It's a really popular website for like diesel Jettas and all that stuff. They actually manufactured an adapter right here. So it's literally just a piece of like billet aluminum, and what it does is it screws on to that assembly. I'll show you guys as I keep going. It screws onto the assembly, and then pretty much limits the arm from moving too much, and keeps it within like factory specs, so it doesn't toss codes or anything like that. The other thing I'll be doing is, so this is my throttle body. This right here is where my EGR valve is located, and I think it's incredibly dirty. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling this whole thing off, cleaning it out, making sure everything looks good to go, and yeah, hopefully that fixes a lot of the issues I've been having.
Take away what's left.
fans out. I think I'm gonna end up removing the radiator, just to get access to a lot more of the stuff. Sorry, not radiator fans. Just because this engine bay is kind of cramped and there isn't that much room down there. Just to get hands in to deal with wires and stuff. It's really dark down there, and you can't see. But there's kind of very little clearance right here between the fans and everything else that I want to get to down there. So I'll just be pulling the fans out from the bottom, most likely, just to clear up some room. I decided I might as well, if I'm going to be doing this much work already, might as well change my oil. I've already had the filter, plus the oil, plus everything just kind of chilling for a while now. I was planning to change it a couple 100 miles ago, but I'm only at 3,000 miles since my last oil change. Figured might as well, if I'm cleaning a bunch of stuff, might as well put in fresh and clean oil, just to make sure everything's running in tip-top shape. Got the fans out, got the oil filter out. I don't know whether I should be concerned or not. Same thing that kind of happened on my BMW happened to this filter as well. You could see it's like shrunk for some reason in the middle. I don't know why. Maybe from extreme heat. Maybe all oil filters do this and maybe I'm just dumb. But yeah, that's what the old one looks like. Obviously not the greatest. The cap's just there so it can drain. But all that's gone. Next thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to pull off this right here, the valve, so I can install the bracket that I have. And it looks like it's only held in place by three bolts right there. So I'll try unscrewing those, try pulling it off, and then try replacing it. So hopefully it works. I don't know. This right here apparently is the main culprit responsible for my engine codes. It's this little motor. I don't know if you guys can see. Pretty much this arm right here moves side to side, and it moves another arm that's on the intake manifold to make sure that the flap is properly opened and closed. And so what I'm gonna do, and apparently over time as this wears down, it moves too much out of the range of what it was supposed to. And so this bracket right here should bolt on somehow. I think it's like this or like that. Honestly, I'm not sure. But it bolts on somehow, and then it's supposed to pretty much limit the range of motion of this piece so that it only moves as much as it was supposed to originally. So let's get this bolted to this, get it back in, get a bunch of other stuff cleaned up, and hopefully at the end of the day, no check engine light. So I wanted to give you guys kind of a better picture, better explanation. So this right here is that bracket, the Diesel Geek bracket. Very nicely machined. I think it's made out of, most likely aluminum because it's super light. So, and what it's supposed to do is this arm right here. Sorry, I keep taking it away from the camera. This arm right here is the one that moves, that little motor that moves. And pretty much what we're trying to do is we're trying to limit this. And so kind of take a look at the positioning of this right now, and then to install the arm, I actually have to lift this up and kind of out of the way so that the arm can even fit. But once the arm does go on, so you could see that this actually shifted probably about half a centimeter kind of to the left. And so this is originally from the factory where it's supposed to stop, but over the years, 90,000 miles, the motor inside kind of got worn out, and so it went further and further. And now with this bracket, what it's supposed to do is it's just supposed to stop it from going further than it's supposed to. Now all I have to do, tighten this bolt, and then the original bolts go 1, 2, 3 right here on the front, and I just kind of bolt this whole assembly back into place. So easy fix. This should get rid of that check engine light that I had, at least for that one code, and hopefully it fixes some other ones that I have. I don't know, we'll see. Time to bolt it back up. All done with that butterfly valve fix. The actual motor's back in place with the brand new bracket. It's kind of difficult to see, but you can see the shiny part. That's back in. So now, time to remove my EGR valve. Those are my throttle body, a bunch of hoses, kind of cleaning them up, making sure everything's clean inside and good. Hopefully that won't take too long, and then after that, fill it with fresh oil, start it, hope everything goes good. Finally finished up all the work. Everything's done now, so I got everything cleaned out, everything replaced, the valve is in place, all that. So I cleared the codes, and it looks like it's all gone away, and they haven't come back yet, and I've been driving for a little bit now. The only light that I do have left on my dash is my DPF regen, my DPF light. So I think that what was happening is with the EGR valve blocked, which I'm pretty sure it was, and all that, before I had cleaned it, I think it wasn't working properly, and so my DPF, the diesel particulate filter, got a little bit clogged just over the past couple months that I've been driving it with the check engine light like that, the couple thousand miles. So I'm headed to my cousin's right now in Beaverton, so it's about a 40-minute drive. It's a couple miles with a lot of long highway stretches, so I'm hoping that during that long highway drive that the car gets kicked into DPF regen mode, which is pretty much what it does is it heats up the exhaust system, the cats, the DPF, all that. It tries to kick it up to really high temperatures, and it burns out pretty much all the excess soot and stuff that's just gunked up in there. So I'm hoping that by the end of this long drive, even that light hopefully will go away. We'll see. That's the goal, because if that doesn't go away, I don't think I can pass emissions. So hopefully this is it. Hopefully this is all I have left to do, and hopefully it'll be good. I don't know. We'll see.